What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Hope you had a great weekend. Getting into this episode of GH, for the most part, I enjoyed some of the parts of it. I did love the exterior shot of the hospital when Portia and Curtis went outside to talk. I love that they showed like outside of the hospital and stuff. That was cool. I like it. I'm loving the outside shots, and I can't wait for this Thursday when they show the new MetroCorp pool and spa. So that should be popping up this Thursday. I cannot wait. Um, so yeah, speaking of Portia and Curtis, listen, I honestly feel like he's hearing what he wants to hear at this point because Portia agreed with Aunt Stella. And Portia feels like it's true. She doesn't want to be a rebound girl. She doesn't want to be his rebound. He's barely divorced, and you're trying to start a new relationship when you're not even officially out of the old one yet. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And Curtis is being such a fool. Like, he's sitting here basically telling her, oh, I feel like you're afraid and you're settling. See, when he said that, that told me everything I need to know. Curtis, you are not hearing what she's saying to you. He's not hearing what Aunt Stella is saying to him. He's hearing what the hell he wants to hear. That's a problem. Like, Curtis really needs to take a step back. Like, damn, you're not even officially divorced yet. Why are you trying to start a whole new relationship? That's like that's a road to disaster. You know what I mean? The woman he knew in Portia. He's known Portia. He knew her years ago. You do not know the woman that she is today. You need to get to know the woman that she is today. The woman that you met and had an affair with 18 years ago is not the same woman 18 years later. You have to relearn her. You know what I'm saying? You have to relearn her. That means you got to get to know the woman she is today. Get to know. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you have to do. And I think that's basically what Portia was kind of telling him. Also, she doesn't want to mess up their friendship. You know what I'm saying? I think Curtis needs to take a step back. He needs to get his divorce finalized from Jordan, if that's really what he wants. Like, he really needs to examine that as well. Like, he needs to really take a step back and think, do I really want this divorce? You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand, him and Jordan had their issues. He feels like he can't trust her, but I feel like their problems were fixable. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jordan even tried to fix it. Curtis didn't. Like, put in the effort. Y'all were almost married for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? They were coming up on, this would have been their third year being married, I believe in November, December. That would have been their third year of marriage. You know what I mean? So 2.5 years you've been married and you're ready to throw it away, especially the obstacles they had to face before they even got married. And you're ready to just throw it away without even trying to fight for it. Like, he's not even putting in the effort. So that's why I feel like he needs to take a step back. Do you really want this? Think before you do, because once that divorce is final and you try to move on, and then down the line you be like, oh damn, I really want Jordan. No, see, a lot of people gonna get hurt like that, and I really want him to take the time to think before he acts. And furthermore, he needs to just be single. Once the divorce is done, be single. You know what I'm saying? Like, handle your business. You just open up a new nightclub. Focus on that. And, him and Portia, I feel like they should take it really slow. Like, in my opinion, he shouldn't label anything between them. Like, you shouldn't be saying, oh, that's my woman, that's my girl. No, don't label nothing. Just take it slow. Get to know each other more. Get to know the older versions of yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because they're older now. So it's like, get to know who you are today instead of jumping headfirst into a new relationship when the old one ain't even finished yet officially. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Curtis is doing too much. I feel like he's doing way too much and he needs to take a step back. Um, I understand that he doesn't want to regret not taking a chance with Portia, but if you move too fast, I feel like it's just gonna blow up in his damn face. It really is. Like, you need to take it all the way slow, bruh. I am happy that he went to Jordan though, and he did apologize to her for accusing her of trying to warn Portia away from him. And Jordan was like, I'm not trying to mess up your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just wants him to be happy, whether that be with her, whether that be with Portia, whether that be by his damn self. She just wanted that man to be happy. That's it. There's no ill will, there's no anger on her part, and I love the way that she handled it. She handled it classy. I love that. See, Jordan, this one I'm talking about. Like, I want to see more of this Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like, she been stepping her game up lately. I've been noticing it, and I want them to continue to let her step her game up. You know, I'm loving this version of her. She's coming into her own, and I like it. Um, I did like the scenes though between her, Sean, TJ, and Curtis. Like when Curtis came in, you know, he was shocked, but he was happy to see Sean and stuff like that. You know, they're cool. That's good. And of course, you know, Sean felt like if he hadn't have gone to prison, he more than likely would still be working for the mafia. Like he'd probably still be working for Sonny's organization right now. And I'm happy that he has a new lease on life. You know, he has this second chance at life to make a difference, you know, to be better than what he was before, especially not only for himself, but for his son, you know. I love the interaction between him and TJ. Like, he was happy to actually be able to hug his son, you know, to be able to see his son without some big, thick glass being in the middle of them, you know what I'm saying? Or being on the phone. Like, they actually get to physically see each other, hug each other, like, you know, and they were like looking at each other like, damn, you got big, you know, you swole now. You did. I love that because that's such a realistic interaction. I loved it. You know, and I'm glad that Jordan is putting him and Alexis in protective custody at the PCPD until they could get this Judge Carson situation figured out and to see if he can get released. Um, I hope Sean digs into it. You know, I cannot wait for Sean to dig into who really shot Hayden because it's time for Nicholas to get his. You know what I'm saying? Like, you let this man rot in prison for 5, 6 years. For 5 years, you let this man rot in prison for something he did not do. And you knew he didn't do it. And then on top of that, you made a phone call to keep him in prison. Because we all know Nicholas made a phone call to get his parole denied. We all know that. Like, Nicholas deserves a good ass whooping. He deserves a Stone Cold Joe Jackson ass whooping. Like, you know how back in the day Stone Cold used to stomp the shit out of Vince McMahon? That's what he need. That's what Sean need to do, Nicholas. Stomp a mud hole in his ass and walk it dry. That's what he need to do. Nicholas deserves it. He really do. Cause nah, fuck that. You ain't about to have me sitting up in prison for 5 years, missing out on years of my son's life and my life, and you knew I was innocent and didn't say nothing. Oh, I would stomp his ass into the ground. Oh, I would make his face into dog meat. I would grind it into dog doo. Like, you, hell no. Hell no. So, you know, I'm glad, you know, TJ is sticking by Sean and stuff and letting them know, like, come hell or high water, he was like, I'm gonna help you get out of here. Like, I'm gonna help you get out this mess. I love that. That was such a beautiful scene. Um, so moving on from that, Maxie is irking my damn nerves right about now. Listen, Brooklyn just keeps trying to tell Maxie, why don't you just take your daughter and go home and just tell everybody the damn truth at this point? Because this plan of hers is going to backfire. So Maxie thinks that the only option right now for the plan to work is for her to just pack up and leave Port Charles. I guess for an extended period of time. I mean, yeah, but I still think this plan is stupid. If I was Brooklyn, I would have told Maxie to wait right there. I would have went upstairs, packed up the baby stuff, got the baby, handed her to Maxie, handed her the diaper bag, and I would have said, listen, take your child, go home, have a good life, sayonara, the deal is off. That's what I would have did because, listen, this is too much stress. This whole plan is just doomed to fail, and Maxie just need to let it go. Like, let this plan go. This plan is just is trash. Like, just abort. Abort the mission. Thank you. Just be done with it. Um, you know, just let it go. So anyway, moving on from that. I like the scene between Amy Driscoll and Austin. Listen, Amy is looking good. Amy, I want to see more Amy Driscoll. She done slimmed down. She looking. I mean, she was hot before she slimmed down, but she looking even hotter. I said, go ahead, Amy. Go ahead with that weight loss. What is your secret? I would like to know because I'm trying to slim down too. So what's your secret? Let me know. But she was looking good. I want to see more of Amy. I miss her. Her and her brother Chet and stuff. I miss them. I feel like they had a lot of potential. They could have did a lot with those characters. I really feel like they could have. I think GH dropped the ball with that, but I digress. I want to see more. I miss Amy. I love the interaction though between Carly and Austin. Like, when he asked her for directions to the Corinthos wing or whatever, the Corinthos section of the hospital wing, and Carly was giving him a rundown about how much money the family done gave to the hospital over the years, and that Lucas is her brother. It was funny because Austin was amused that how everybody was pretty much related in that town. um, he was like, "Damn, everybody seemed related in this damn town." Like he was, and then he started quizzing her, um, about Monica and stuff. But Carly was surprised at how much he knew about Port Charles and the residents of Port Charles and stuff. I was like, he knew because obviously he family to some people in that town. Also because Scott was giving him a rundown to everybody in that town too. Remember that. Scott definitely gave him a little, little cheat sheet to who's who in that town, so he's not, stupid about it. He know. Um, I'm definitely more and more. I believe more and more that he is Jimmy Lee's son. I definitely believe it. Um, he's definitely in that town to claim his ELQ stock. I know that Edward, you know, uh, got Jimmy Lee out of his will. He cut him out of the will. But remember, there is a piece of the will that states living grandchildren get a share of ELQ. So if he's Jimmy Lee's son, that makes him officially a part of the living grandchildren part of the will. So he gets his fair share of ELQ stock. Um, it's gonna be interesting to see what's going down at this ELQ board meeting. I'm a little mad that they're having that meeting at the mansion because I'm like, first of all, this is a company meeting. Y'all should be having it at the company, not in the Quartermain household. I'm just saying, have it at the company, but I'll take it. I just think it's a little weird that y'all got a whole big ass building and y'all, don't utilize it. But I guess, um, whatever's clever. So anyway, moving on from that, Carly little despicable ass. Carly was pissing me off today. Like she was just despicable. Like she's sitting there talking about, oh, I told Britt what I had to tell her for her own good, so that way she could move on with her life and mourn the relationship that she could have had with Jason. First of all, she don't need to mourn nothing. At the end of the day, Britt was moving on with her life. You know what I'm saying? She wished Jason well. She wasn't trying to interfere in their relationship. That's not what she was trying to do. She didn't say, "Oh, I'm gonna shut this down. I'm gonna stop you from marrying him." She did not do nothing of the sort. So there was really no need for Carly to confront her. That was it was just unnecessary. It was such an unnecessary thing for Carly to do. And I feel like Carly did that. I honestly, we all know that they're getting married for business purpose, but I really feel like in my heart, Carly wants this to be for real. She really wants Jason for real, for real. That's how I feel. Because even she asked Jason, like, oh, do you still want Britt or whatever? Do you want to be with Britt? You know the answer to that question, so why even ask it? You know what he wants. The only reason he's marrying your ass is so that way he doesn't have to put a bullet in your head. That's the only reason he's marrying you, Carly. He's not marrying you out of anything other than business. But I feel like it was just Carly should have just stayed out of that. And I'm glad Jason kind of put her in her place and let her know. Leave Britt alone. Just back the hell off. It was unnecessary for you to do that. And it was. Like, Carly need to go get a life. Seriously. I just felt like her confronting Britt was her way of marking her territory. Um, when Jax walked up in the Brit office, I had to pause. I said, "Hold up, Jax. Hold up, sir. Pump your brakes. Listen, what you and Brit had, that was a one night stand, sir. You don't need to be popping up like that's your lady. Back the hell up. She's not your woman." I respect the fact that he came to check on her. I like that, but it's like don't do it again. Y'all not heading towards a relationship, so go sit your ass down. Nope. Stay out of her office, sir. Thank you. It was just a one night stand, nothing more. You just scratched the itch. That's it. Now go do something else. Go be a corporate raider. Go handle your company. Bye, sir. I'm just saying. Services are rendered. Your services are no longer needed unless you need another dick down. Then she'll call you. She'll, ring, ring, ring. I need some. Cool, come through. Other than that, don't be popping up at the office. Don't do that. That's no. We're not doing that. Not today, sir. So anyway, like I said, I like that he checked up on her or whatever, but I really feel like, Jax needs to go do something with himself. I understand his concerns about Carly being in the mafia, doubling down on the mob and whatnot, but that's a conversation that you need to have with Carly. Like, you need to go figure that out. Like, seriously, you need to go handle that yourself. Um, So anyway, I'm happy that Britt, at least has her mother there for her. But I don't want them thinking that Jason slept with Britt out of pity. Like, that was not no pity sex. One thing Jason does not do, and that's pity sex. Jason don't sleep with females just to sleep with them. There's a reason behind it. Like, obviously, when Jason sleeps with a female, it's clearly, feelings there. It's some feelings. It's not, oh, I'm just sleeping with you as a, scratch an itch. I come on. When I sleep with somebody, that's just for me scratching the itch. That's about it. There ain't no feelings there. But that's just me. I mean, that's just me. But let me stop being crass on this Monday. But yeah. I don't want her to think that, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm glad Obrecht was there for her and stuff like that. But I'm also happy about Britt's strength. Like, yeah, she's gonna cry, she's gonna break down and stuff because she really cared about Jason. But I'm glad that she's, getting her strength to move on with her life, and stand strong. You know what I'm saying? Obrecht was amazed at that because she was looking at her like, that's the daughter I raised. Yeah, it's all right to cry. You know what I mean? Let it out, but stand firm, stand strong. And that's what Britt need to do. At the end of the day, you still got your job for the time being as chief of staff. So focus on that. You know what I mean? Be happy. And if you need some more, vitamin D, just do. Jax, yeah, I need you to come through. See, that's all you got to do. You know what I mean? You got options. Don't worry about Jason. And, it was sad, though, when Jason saw her crying on Obrecht's shoulder and stuff. That was a sad scene because you could tell Jason really dig her. Like, he really wants to be with her. But, due to circumstances, he can't. I get it. But I got a feeling we all know it ain't over between Britt and Jason. We all know that. At some point, they're going to be reunited and it's going to feel good. And, they're going to end up in the bed together. I got a feeling it's going to happen sooner rather than later. Like, Jason, he clearly can't stay away from that woman. Like, he can't stay away from her. So at some point, they're going to reconcile. They're going to end up doing the do. And I got a feeling that if him and Carly end up getting married, he's just going to be over at Britt house knocking it out the park. Because that's his lady. That's who he want, Carly need to face that realization. Like, girl, he don't want you. Not in that sense. Like, not romantically, he don't. You're just a very good friend. That's all you are. So I feel like that's all Carly ever will be to him. You're like family. That's it. He don't want to sleep with you. He don't want to marry you. He don't want no romance with you. Like, let it go. But she be acting like she his little lady or something. Like, go sit down. Stop meddling in his business. And, it was kind of funny, though, how Jason basically told Jax, oh, don't hurt Britt or whatever. I do agree with Jax when Jax was like, shit, you the one that's hurting her right now. I did agree with Jax on that one. I was like, yeah, you are. You're the one that's hurting her, Jason. Jax ain't hurting her. Jax is actually healing her with some vitamin D right about now. Because her old supplier is marrying some little raggedy thing. So, she had to get a new vitamin D supplier. So calm yourself down, sir. Like, don't be, fucking up her good time. I'm just saying. So anyway, Sam was reunited with Alexis or whatever. They was hugging and talking and whatnot. But, the real tea is her and Dante was talking about their little kids. Like, Sam was trying to brush it off. She was like, I was drunk. And then, I don't want to talk about it, whatever. Dante was like, nah, we need to talk about this. She could use drunk as an excuse all she wants to. But let me tell you something. Drunk people speak a very sober mind. I'm just saying. Drunk or not, you wanted to kiss him. She knows she did. She wanted that kiss because she been feeling Dante for a little hot second now. Like, it's been brewing between the two for quite some time because they definitely been spending some time together and whatnot. They've been spending time and whatnot. I think they definitely are going to become a couple at some point. I think they are. Because I feel like that's where they're leaning towards. I know a lot of people don't want it to happen. For me, I'm iffy about it because of the whole sibling thing. And the fact that, she slept with his daddy and his uncle. I mean, that's just a little too, too close to home for me. But if they do get together, I mean, I wouldn't totally be against it, honestly. Not totally, but it'd be a little weird at first. I would have to get used to it. But I could see them together. I mean, they got chemistry and whatnot. My thing is, though, Sam was worried about Alexis or whatever and the whole repercussions or whatever of trying to take Judge Carson down. Dante talking about, oh, I'll look into it or whatever. I'm like, Dante, that situation has already been situated, sir. Do you not talk to your boss at the PCPD? Because had he would have talked to Jordan, he would have known that Alexis and Sean are now in protective custody. Had he would have talked to her. See, that's why I say communication is very key. It's golden. You know what I'm saying? If you communicate with your boss every now and again, it takes one phone call. You gotta do is do. Jordan, what's going on with it? That's what you gotta do, sir. You ain't gotta look into nothing. It's already handled. There are probably going to be no repercussions. I mean, you never know, though, because Judge Carson is well connected in the political world. But hopefully that recording can shut that down and nobody would touch her, because you know how politicians are. They don't like scandal. But anyway, I enjoyed this episode, certain parts of it. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about it, and I will see y'all all later. Have a great day. Peace.